separate English channel and a separate Korean channel, but it's a lot harder than I thought. Like, if I make English videos, then there's no videos going up on the Korean channel and vice versa. So I thought it would just be better to put them both on the same channel. Just upload Korean when I want to upload Korean, upload English when I want to upload English. to grind them when I want to use them instead of having grinded coffee that is just sitting in the cupboard for weeks and losing its freshness. So it's definitely better. I'm learning as I go. With a little bit of help from ChatGPT telling me how I'm meant to do things because I have no idea. But yeah, people said the grinder is the most important thing for your coffee was okay. But yeah, I think the next air fryer we buy is going to be like one of those oven ones. That's gonna be better. That is gonna be better. That is gonna be better. If you have a recommendation for an oven type air fryer that's easy to clean, please let me know. I would love to know. I would love to know. I would love to know. And I can't remember if I said this in my last whisper ramble, but the reason I hurt my back is because I was doing up a nail chart, like one of those charts where you paint all the colors you have and have a little bit of a sample for each one. A sample for each one. Sample, 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 sample. And I thought it was gonna take about 1 hour. So I was like, oh my gosh, should I film this? Maybe that would be a good ASMR video. But I decided against it. And lucky I did, because that took me 5 over the court. Make sure you get the shuttlecock. Even if your technique isn't perfect, it's okay. Yeah, like with badminton, you can just run all over